For 8 months, my SMMA did not make a single dollar. And the only reason I didn't quit was because I didn't want to look like a failure to my parents. This is the real stuff. Like, I literally went to them, summer going into my sophomore year of college, and I said, look, I'm dropping out, I'm going all in on this online business. And I didn't make it work for 8 months because I was distracted by all this noise. That's literally what I'm gonna cover in this video, is the actual equation that you need to follow to become successful, to save you the 8 months it took me to actually make a sale. Because if I didn't tell my parents I was gonna drop out of college, I would have quit this stuff a month in. But it was the fear of going up to them and saying, guys, I didn't make it work. I have to go back to school. And the fear of me literally giving up my dreams, that's what pushed me through. So here's an actual truth. Everything works. Literally everything works. And everybody that has any sort of success has their own unique way of doing things, which is why it's so confusing to you and to me when I was starting off, that I would have these 10 different voices telling me to do different things. Like, people think that if you just went and copied some YouTuber's ads or his outreach or his VSL script, that that's how you're gonna get successful. And then you go and do that, you try it for a week, you do 1/10 of the actual input and time that they've put into it, and you don't get results. And then you jump to another tactic. And I'm telling you this stuff because I literally did it. That's why I have this energy here in this video, because I don't want you to make the same mistake. If I went and asked you right now, what do you think you need to be doing every day to hit your goals? Would you say sending 20 DMs per day, spending $10 a day on ads, making 1 YouTube video a week? If that's your answer, you're in la la land. Like, you need to be doing 10 times that to get any sort of results. So I'm telling you this because I've been through all this shit. And that's why most people fail here. So how do we fix this? There's 2 things that we have to do. There's 2 things. The first thing is that we need to stop taking advice from everybody and anybody posting any videos online. You need to pick 2 people that you could trust, that it seems like they actually know what they're talking about, and only listen to them. Because like I just told you, everybody has their own unique way of doing things. And if you go and listen to everybody, you're gonna try everything. And the more bandwidth you spread yourself thin, the less results you're actually gonna get, if that makes sense. So commit to 2 people at the maximum that you're gonna start taking advice from when it comes to tactical stuff, strategies, and exactly how to grow your business. Now here's the second point. You need to separate the time that you spend thinking of new strategies and tactics and funnels to use from the time that you're actually spending on executing and taking action on those things. So here's what I mean. It has to be some sort of a balance. If all you do all day is think and look at videos of new funnels and new ads and new outreach scripts and new business models and service deliveries you should be doing, you're never gonna take action on anything and you're never gonna get results. But on the flip side, if all you do is take action, let's say all you do is send cold DMs, but you don't look up to anybody and follow their way of thinking and the years that it took them to learn what they know, you're playing like, you're just wasting your time. Like, you could do it, but it might take you 5 years, a decade to do, and the chances you quit before then are very high. I'll give you some more examples right now, but you need to understand this simple equation literally everybody follows. Any successful person, they all follow this exact format. It's volume times channel times patience equals the outcome and the goals they want. First one is volume, right? Volume is the amount of whatever channel you're doing. So volume could be 1,000 cold DMs. It could be 100 YouTube videos. It could be spending $10,000 on ads. It's how much volume and inputs are you actually putting in, and 10xing whatever you expect is gonna get you the result that you want. That's the first step. Second step is channel. So what's the actual mechanism that you think would best serve your business? And I'll give you a secret. There is no best route to go. You shouldn't have to do cold DMs. You shouldn't have to run ads. You shouldn't have to make content. It's unique to your business and your market. Who are you serving? What's your offer? What's your service? All of that combined will help you decide, okay, should I be outreaching to people, right? Is it easier to find these contractors on Instagram and outreach? Should I be running ads and focusing on online coaches? It's all dependent on your specific business. So picking the proper channel and sticking to that channel only is how you're also gonna see success. But you cannot leave out the last one, which is patience. You could send 1,000 cold DMs tomorrow, all to your specific niche using this exact channel, right? So you have the volume, you have the channel in place, but you only do it tomorrow, you're not gonna see results. The guy sending 200 a day is actually gonna beat you over like time because he has patience with it. So it's understanding that you need to do a ton more of what you're already doing. You need to have one proper channel, best fit for your business, and then have the proper patience in place to build the systems and let it work. During those 8 months where I didn't make any money, what was I actually doing? So I bought Iman Gadzhi's course, 1,500 bucks there, spent more money on other courses, whatever, would spend 6 hours a day on YouTube watching videos, and I was getting fed from all these different angles the way that I should scale my agency. It's literally the worst thing that you could do, because what I did is I started sending cold emails. So I started a cold email campaign with a ton of accounts using Instantly, right? I was at the same time, I was also cold calling realtors. So I would do 200 cold calls a day, and then I also tried to do cold DMs all at the same time, as well as create content. I don't think I was running ads at the beginning, but trying to make reels and that type of thing. Literally none of it worked, because I didn't put in the proper volume. I tried all the channels. I didn't have the proper volume, and I didn't have patience with it. So that's why it failed. And I was only doing that because this guy told me to do cold calls, and I would watch him book meetings cold calling. But then this guy showed me how he gets 5 sales calls a day automatically with his cold email system. But then this guy over here told me cold DMs is the secret to all my success. And so you need to understand that they all work. Pick one, put the proper volume in, and have patience with it, and you will succeed. This is the boring advice that I wish I would have known, but this is a real world example on why I didn't make money, even though I was doing the actions. A lot of what I was doing was mental masturbating, right? Like I was consuming all this content, so I barely really had time to actually do the outreach and put the inputs into the universe that are gonna bring me the money that I'm seeking, right? Now, on the flip side, let's say I got started. I didn't invest into any courses. I didn't take any advice from anybody on YouTube. Do you know how, that it would have taken me a decade to even understand how to format a pitch, how to actually do the appointment setting, how to set up the sales call, how to do the onboarding, the service delivery, X, Y, and Z. I'd be stuck building a website. Like I'd be doing all this nonsense. So it is important that you look up to people, like I mentioned earlier. At least 2 people, follow their strategies, right? If I was starting all of this over again from scratch, here's how I would take it. If I'm at 0, I would invest time into learning. So learning exactly who I'm gonna serve based on my experience, based on my expertise, based on my interest, my passion. That's who I actually wanna work with. That's where I would start. And in hindsight, I wouldn't have worked with realtors. You see what I mean? Like I would have worked with somebody that I actually enjoyed working with a little bit more. But that's where I would start, is take a lot of time to learn from 2 people. I would literally limit it to 2 people. I could have hit my goals so much faster. Start learning from 2 people and separate the time that I spend thinking / learning from these people to the time that I'm actually executing in my day. So it's literally time blocking and saying, look, for 2 hours today, I'm gonna learn X, Y, and Z about the business. And then for the other 5 hours I'm gonna spend today, I'm gonna spend doing my outreach, doing my appointment setting, doing my sales calls. That's an example of how I would actually structure it, and I would have gotten to where I wanted to go so much faster. This is the entire formula to actually getting started and getting results, and not the fluff that people are shoving down your throat, not the new shiny business model. None of that stuff is gonna get you where you wanna go. Build the business that fuels the lifestyle, that gets us to retire our parents, travel the world, and drive the Porsche 911s. It's not by following all this shiny stuff, listening to a million different people, and never taking action. It's simple, but it's not easy. So implement this. Comment down below if you got value out of this, and you could watch my other video. It's gonna be right here. And yeah, guys, hope you enjoyed this one, and I'll see you in the next video.